Mom, give Tally some entertainment here.
Entertainment?
Yeah.
I'm trying to fix my fork because I am definitely attached to it.
There's a button someplace?
Why? What's wrong now?
It's not starting. Don't you have to restart it?
Yeah, I don't know that you can.
That didn't happen.
I know where the button is, but it's not going to work. The button's in.
Check the button.
It might have to recharge tomorrow.
Of you?
Oh, I can do this. You can't do this.
And we're gonna
Ow.
I have to take pictures of it. I don't really know. Yeah.
You're going to hang real live fruit from it?
Yeah.
Well, am I going with a hat with like a net against the bugs? Like a beekeeper hat?
Part of the ceremony, we're gonna squeeze the juice out of the
Oh.
then we're gonna drink it. Out of the grapes, for the grape juice.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna do grape squashing.
No.
But this is
Typical mother-in-law dress.
Her mother.
Has no
My
waist.
mother.
There's no bra.
It's up the hair.
You know your mother went for a
And it's covering me from head to toe. All I need is a burqa and I'm in
Take the
business,
bra
baby.
off and throws it and goes with a sweatshirt to the doctor.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I went for the,
Mammography.
no, for the bone density. Well, Cheryl, what do you think about your upcoming marriage to Loverboy, Mr. Yali Nayowitz?
your name is gonna be Cheryl.
Cheryl Nayowitz. They're gonna have a child. My name is Shlomo Nayowitz. Please don't beat me up. That is my funniest. Grandma, go beat them up for me. Eyal's gonna go, he has to learn to stand on his own 2 feet. Shut up, Eyal. This is my grandson. I'll go beat them up for him.
You know? Maybe
Sheldon's name
make
is
a name
Shlomo.
that the teacher would be
What
able
is
to
Sheldon's name?
say it.
Shmuel? Sheldon. Shimshon, Shlomo, Shmuel, Schmuck. I always add that on.
Mother got married. She says, gee, why didn't I have this when I went to college? Let it be instead of S. 'Cause we
Yeah.
said- Yeah.
My name is Cheryl Nayowitz. I have a sign.
What's the name?
There.
Name!
I forgot to warn you about that one.
Cheryl, name!
That's what Roxy's gonna do.
Wrapping through all his clothes out of the closet. I was trying to speak to Tante Gittel, and she was going to have Peryl's dress made. I said, just get her a white dress with pastel embroidery on it. It doesn't have to be and all of a sudden she goes, gotta go. Rafi just emptied his entire closet out down the stairs. I go, I understand. Like, yeah.
You can see the picture that you're taking?
My little princess getting married.
Oh, God. Well, you don't have, you could live with them.
I might have to.
Especially if you check it.
How's the parking situation down there?
You wanna tell Tally about your new car, Daddy?
You didn't tell Tally about my car?
Oh,
You
wait
got
a minute.
picture?
Tell Tally about your hair. That's more important.
What, my hair? What's wrong
Yes,
with my hair?
that you're letting it grow. Show her how long
I
it
am
is.
I'm not getting a haircut until the Dow Jones hit 10,000.
Oh,
Now it's
God.
at 10,000 for me to get a haircut. I have people in my office that are jumping on the bandwagon. Before you know it, brokers are going to have the hair down to their ankles. I'm a stockbroker.
Daddy, you want us to show Tally a picture of your new car?
I don't have a picture to wear.
Oh, but where's the computer printout that you
You ready
sent
for this?
me
I'm
every
going to
other
show you
day?
my new car. Excuse me? Whoops. You're not going to believe this one, but we have bought this from London. It is awaiting to go on. We're putting it on a boat from London. It should be here in about 2 months. Do you believe that? Oh, come on. You don't believe it? Well, you better believe it. Did you see this? Orion, we bought this. I'm not kidding.
That's like,
British cab. It's going to be in our driveway. Yep. Not much, but we put it away. So Tali, you haven't seen my nozzle. Would you like to see my nozzle? Come with me and you'll see my nozzle. Come, now look up. Here's my nozzle. This way. Here's my nozzle. You saw it.
Can you tell me your name, please?
My name Jose Jimenez. My name is Shelley Bausk,
And you're Cheryl's father?
Cheryl's dad.
That makes you Ruth's husband?
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay.
We all have our sources.
And how long have you been married to Ruth?
I got married in '71. This is 2003, so we're going to be married 32 years soon.
And how
in
many?
December.
Oh, sorry. And how many kids do you have?
We have 4 children.
And what are their names?
We have 4 children, and their names are in order: Michael, Cheryl, Lena, and Phil.
Okay. And what's coming up this summer? The reason I'm filming.
This summer, the big event, Cheryl's getting married.
And who's she marrying?
She's marrying Eyal, who she's been going with for over 5 or 6 years.
So how long have you known Eyal?
5 or 6 years.
5 or 6 years. And is he a part of the family?
Sure, he loafs around the house and eats Chinese food with us and doesn't help me when I come in with groceries. He's part of the family, okay.
Okay. I wanted to know, are you involved in the preparation of the wedding at all?
My wife entrusts me with absolutely nothing. The only thing I'm supposed to do is sign up the band.
Sign up the band? And how's that going?
That is going a little slow, but Eyal and Cheryl know who they want, and we've been in contact with them. And as soon as he gets to it, he's going to write us a contract, and we'll be all set. Hopefully, the date is free. He's all ready to go.
Sarah was telling me with the music, it was like a whole debate, and you weren't sure if you wanted like a traditional singer or a regular singer. So what made you change your mind? Or
All right, well, in terms of the band, I'm going to go with Cheryl and Eyal and their wishes, and they wanted Andy Statman, who does not sing. He plays the clarinet, but he can make the clarinet sound as if he's singing, so there is a big plus to him.
right.
I think he's absolutely super, but we were just concerned that, we wouldn't have a traditional, quote-unquote singer, but I think he'll be fine, and I decided we should go with it, and, we're going. We just got to get him set up.
Good, that's awesome. I spoke to him. I think he's excited to do it. I might do a movie for him, actually.
I hope I'm in Andy Statman's movie.
Yeah, me too. I wanted to know, do you feel it's a concern that Cheryl and Eyal are both so busy and getting married young? Does that bother you at all?
Not at all. They should have got married before, but they have to go to school, and we told them they have to graduate. But I just say that because Ruth and myself got married when we first got out of school. And I was 21 or 22, and Ruth was 21 or 22 when we got married. And we're still married 32 years later, so it works. It's fine.
And you're able to support yourself when you got married, or you needed help?
No, we're able to support ourselves. I worked, and Ruth was still going to school, but after a couple of months, Ruth graduated. And then Ruth got a job, too, so we both worked. And we lived in a walk-up apartment. We did fine.
So technically, if they all found a job earlier, and finished school early, they could have gotten married already.
No. I mean, we said yes in terms of the idea of it, but we wanted them both to graduate. So we're giving in a little bit that Cheryl's not yet graduated.
Right.
But at least they are graduated. So 1 out of 2 ain't bad.
True. And how long have they been seriously dating, you think, out of the 7 years?
Seriously dating all the time, except for maybe there was a little period where they had their ins and outs, But otherwise, okay.
Okay. And I know you have a really full house. And is that, I just wanted you to explain to me what your house is like on a daily basis. It's pretty full, huh?
The house is pretty wild. Usually we have people come over. We have a lot of Phil's friends now. We always have had the basketball team sleep over twice a week, and have dinner with us. So for Westchester Hebrew High School. So it started with Michael, and then Cheryl always had friends, and Lena. We encourage having friends. It's nice. So now Phil brings his friends home. So we always have people in the house. And we have Grandma who usually stays at least half the week, and she's around. And we have Phil who comes on Friday night. So we have a whole harem here. It's not a problem.
And it's really fun, huh? It's like a funny, crazy family.
I like it. The more noise, the better.
Yeah, you have a good sense of humor.
Sometimes, I try. You have to have a sense of humor in life. Otherwise, you're never going to get through.
Yeah.
You're never going to get through life without a sense of humor. I think it's the most important thing you need.
You collect cars, cabs? You have to explain to me because I have on film the whole London cab thing. No one's going to understand.
Of course, sure, we have, I grew up in the Bronx, and when I saw a checker cab, I always wanted to buy a cab. And then I thought the kids might like the little jump seats, you know, that pop out, and I got one. And Michael, who's my oldest, didn't like the jump seats. He loved the jump seats, and all his friends loved the jump seats. So I wound up getting seat belts for the jump seats, and I've been driving a checker for about 25 years. And just recently, I saw an English taxi cab, and I couldn't resist, so I just bought an English taxi cab, a cab that is physically right now on the streets of London, that will be transported, boated over. They're going to put it on a boat. They're going to boat it over to America and put it right in our driveway.
Wow.
So pretty soon we're going to have a London cab, and we'll be the international cab drivers. You'll be able to get a London taxi or a checker cab right in our driveway.
Where did your love for cabs come from? Do you know?
Well, I have this thing that, I love underdogs, and I feel that nothing can be, more of a workhorse type of thing. You know, some people like to drive a Jaguar for status, so I go the total opposite way. And, I figured a cab, nothing can be lowlier than a cab. So that's how I wound up with the cab, and I love it.
Yeah, do you think that's reflected in Cheryl anyway? She seems to really take after you, so she says.
Yeah, my own opinion is I think you have to understate what you do and just be happy with whatever you have. And if you can learn to do that, I think you got things made. And part of it is, you don't get on a high horse, you don't think so highly of yourself. I don't mean you shouldn't have confidence, you should, but I just mean you got to take yourself realistically. And, I think material possessions are not necessarily, they don't have to be the best and the nicest. Sometimes they can be a little weird and a little off color too, so it's fine.
And do you think Cheryl and y'all are going to make it as a married couple?
Are they going to make it? They better make it, I'm putting a lot of money into the wedding. We gave Ayala a lot of time and attention and love. And Cheryl, of course, has a lot of love, and hopefully they'll be able to combine that love and stay together for many years to come. Yes, I'm very against divorce.
Yeah, of course, so am I.
You know.
Is the wedding going to be fun?
The wedding's going to be great. I can't wait, especially with Andy Statman there. We'll get the place rocking. So
Yeah,
it's
me
nice.
either. I'm really excited. I wanted to discuss also your singing and your humming. I filmed you singing the Goonim. You have to explain that to the NYU
right. So
kids.
on Friday night, it's nice for the family to get together, and part of the meal is singing Zamiros, just singing certain songs on a Friday. And I happen to think, just like I think laughter is essential, I think music is essential. And I think that if you can sing and relax, I think singing gets your troubles behind you and puts you on a different level, it puts you in a different world sometimes. And some of the songs you sing, and it's nice. If you can concentrate, and I think it puts you closer to God, and I think it puts you more at ease with yourself. So I'm very big on singing.
Yeah, me too. It's beautiful. Because I filmed also, you did it on Cheryl's birthday.
Okay, we may have sang. Yeah, we like to sing whenever we get together. And I sing, even when I do the dishes, I sing. So I happen to be, I'm always singing.
So what do you sing when you do the dishes?
I just have different things that might pop into my head. I try to fit some American songs or Jewish songs to other Jewish words, just so I can use it at some time in prayers, when if they ask me to lead the davening. Sometimes I'll do some funny stuff, and sometimes I do some serious stuff, a little bit of both.
So I'm just going to ask you some questions. If you mind answering, if you do have a problem answering them, just say so. But I was just curious on your religious background. Meaning, like, how you feel about, leading up to how you feel about Cheryl and Bayal getting more religious, or Michael and Heidi.
Well, I got to be honest, my own religious background was not that of being that religious. My mother was always, my brother wound up going towards religion. He wound up being he is an Orthodox rabbi. I like to say self-made.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't that religious. My mother was, as he says, a cardiac Jew. She had Jewishness in her heart, but not necessarily practicing like Al and Cheryl do. But little by little, I always took the kids to temple, and Ruth turned it, we always had a kosher home. Ruth was willing to do it. And little by little, as the kids got older, they wound up becoming more and more religious, and I walked the temple with them. I'm all for it. I think that with drugs and alcohol and other things going on, I think a little religion, a little fear of God is good for you today. And I'm happy to see that they actually liked it. And